Welcome everybody. Thanks for attending today. We're going to get started. I'm Ronald. I'm going to be your host today. If you can see and hear me, please say hello in the chat on the right. I'll do that as well. Wonderful. Looks like we got a lot of For Good Cause clients in here today. I'm really happy with that. Loved seeing you guys and appreciate you as always. The chat area is also where you will be able to submit questions as we go. We will leave some time at the end for some Q&A. This is being recorded, so if you have to step away, that's no big deal. I'll be sending out a recording in the next few days or so. And just thanks everybody for being here. I know everybody's busy, and I really appreciate you spending some time with us. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to get back here. Turn my camera off to give you full screen there, and let's go to this tab. All right. So welcome to How to Build the Ultimate Fundraising Page. Again, I appreciate you being here. This is what we're going to go over today. We're going to first talk about what a landing page is, when you should use one, and how to make them successful for you. Next, we will be using the new For Good Cause landing page builder that we just rolled out on Monday to show you how you can easily build a landing page for your next campaign. We will leave some time at the end for Q&A, and I'll have a special For Good Cause offer for everybody who is attending live today. So thanks for being here live. You're going to get a little special bonus at the end of it. So here's the obligatory About Me slide, so you'll know who's chatting with you. I'm Ronald Pruitt. I'm the president and founder of For Good Cause. Most of you guys know me. I've been helping nonprofits raise money online for over 23 years now. I'm dialing in from Kennesaw, Georgia. I live here with my wonderful wife, my lovely mother-in-law who's across the hall, and our two awesome teenage kids. My company, For Good Cause, it's an easy to use and effective and affordable online fundraising platform, specifically targeted for small to mid-sized nonprofits, and nonprofits that use us have donation sizes double national averages and can typically pay back their investment in our software with only one donation each month. I hope you'll check us out at forgoodcause.com. So let's start by kind of making sure we're all on the same page, so to speak, with this topic. Let's look at what a landing page is. A landing page is basically a standalone web page dedicated to a specific campaign. It's meant to lead visitors to that page into a very specific and particular action for you. For a nonprofit, that action is typically donating, registering for an event, buying something, or fundraising for you. A landing page is not your main website. It is not your homepage. It is a web page stripped of all distractions, such as your main website's navigation, toolbars, footer, sidebar, all of that, focusing the donor on that one path, that one thing that you want them to do. Landing pages have certainly been around a long time. We've had landing pages in For a Good Cause for, I think, over 15 years now. They're very prevalent in the for-profit world. Just to pull up an example here, this is ExpressVPN. If you've ever Googled, or clicked on an ad in Google, you'll find that most of the time companies are sending you to a landing page. They're not typically sending you to their homepage. They want you to do one particular thing that matches up to that ad. Like in this case, ExpressVPN wants me to get their VPN, get their VPN, get their VPN. That's the main action on this particular landing page. So based on that definition, I'm going to drop a little poll for you here. So let me go back in here. Sorry for the picture in picture here. I'm going to drop a poll for you guys. I'll stop sharing for just a moment. So if you look on the right now, you will see a poll. I'm just curious as to, based on that definition, how many of you guys, your organizations are using landing pages? And we'll see, hopefully everybody can see that poll. If not, let me know in the chat. Oh, let me try and drop that one more time here. Hold on. Oh, I see what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. Okay, should be able to see it now. Looks like everybody's answering. Excellent. Excellent. Looks like we're about 70% saying yes, 30% or so saying no. I'm happy to see so many people are using it. That's wonderful. We've got a lot of For Good Cause clients in here, so I assume that's where a lot of that 70% comes from. So absolutely wonderful. For that 30% or so, I think you're going to see this can be something that can be useful for you. And let's share again, and then we'll go back and jump into the slideshow again. So, why should you use this? How is it going to help your fundraising? I mean, why not just send a potential donor to your main website or your homepage from various, communications that you're doing? Well, your website and, the homepage of your website, those are really central hubs that are meant to lead you to a lot of different places for a lot of different purposes. Your website's there to provide general knowledge about your nonprofit. You might want to lead people into your blog. You might want to lead people into signing up for your email list. You might want them to learn about your board or just learn about, background on your organization. Landing page is different. A landing page has a single focus with no distractions. So the landing page, because it has a single focus, your content that's on that page is going to better connect to the specific fundraising campaign that you're out promoting. And with no distractions, you keep the donor laser focused on completing that action for you. The more focused message and the fewer ways that you give the donor to escape that page leads to more conversions and higher gift sizes. We've seen our clients have conversion rates as high as 50% and average gift sizes double national benchmarks. Our monthly giving average is 5 times national benchmarks. There's a reason that all these for-profit companies, when they set up these ads and they want to pull a potential customer into signing up for something online, if they pull them into a landing page versus just dumping them into somewhere in their site with a lot of distractions, it's because these pages work. In nonprofits, they need to do the absolute same thing for their fundraising. So what kind of campaigns, can benefit from a landing page? Virtually anything, really. You're only kind of limited by your imagination. It could be anything. It's really any time that you want to deliver a very focused message to a potential donor with no distractions. focused around a particular campaign. So that could be anything from, very specialized campaigns like crowdfunding or peer-to-peer. You might be having an event, you know, single day thing like a giving day, something larger but still time-based like a capital campaign, or it could be something that you're just, an annual giving that you just want to drive that through a landing page because you want to keep the donor focused on that. Once they've made a decision that they want to give, let's focus on just on that. In the same way, if you're shopping on Amazon and you decide that it's time to check out, well, Amazon takes away all of those product links that you normally see, takes away all those distractions and gets you focused on putting in your card information and putting in your address and saying that yes, you want that product. So how are we going to get donors to land on your landing page? All you're going to have to do is just link them directly from any place you are promoting your campaign. So that could be from a direct mail piece. Maybe on that letter you have a short URL, a QR code, maybe text instructions to pull people into your landing page. From fundraising emails that you send out, maybe you have the little donate button at the bottom of that email. Drive them into your landing page. From social media postings where you're promoting your campaign. From ads on Google or other social networks, just like the for-profits are doing. And also from your website. They might be in your website. They might learn about an event that you're having that you want people to register for, or learn about a particular type of donation that you're looking for. Well, why not link them directly then into a landing page that has them completely focused on registering or donating, completing that action that you want them to take. Now, just having a landing page doesn't mean that you're automatically going to get donations. Everything's just going to be super easy. Yeah, you've got them focused on your message, but the message has to be great. So to be successful, you need to have the content and other elements that are going to drive giving. They're going to drive people to register for your particular events. So you'll need that value proposition. This is your campaign story. All the details of your campaign. Why give to this particular campaign? Where's the urgency? Why should I give now? If I give, what will the impact be? You then are going to need the visuals, images, and videos that are then going to back up that story, that are going to create that emotional connection to donors. You need clear and easy call to action buttons and forms that make it easy to give, that make it easy to register. And you'll need the social proof that makes a donor feel like, I'm part of something bigger here and I want to get involved. I want to give. So that could be anything from testimonials from donors, testimonials of your work, stories of impact, or campaign activity items like thermometers, donor rules, allowing donors to post comments of support, things that show that the donor can be part of this crowd. And we're going to kind of, when we build a page, hopefully you're going to see a lot of those things in the examples that I show. So landing pages, they sound pretty cool here. Sound like they can work. What we hear from a lot of nonprofits, a lot of small nonprofits that we talk to is there's fear about building things on the web because maybe they have a small team. Most nonprofits that we work with have basically no technical staff. They don't have a lot of design experience. They don't have an IT person they can call. They don't have a webmaster that they can call. And you see the landing pages, and we're talking about a concept here that may seem a little foreign. I'm here to tell you that it's okay. You don't have to be this guy. You don't have to be so frustrated with the technology. You probably see where I'm going. Um, it is possible to very easily build very specific, unlimited landing pages for each of your campaigns using For a Good Cause. And that's what we're going to be talking about in the next part of this presentation. So we're going to actually build a landing page. So I'm about to jump into For a Good Cause, into my demo account. And we're going to take a look at basically what's new in For a Good Cause. And that's going to be our fundraising templates. So the pages that you can output on For a Good Cause. And we're going to very specifically look at our new landing page builder. So that I can show you how easy it is to build the types of pages that we're talking about. These pages that can work for you, convert really well for you. So for those that are not familiar, For a Good Cause, it's a fundraising platform. And one of the major parts of For a Good Cause is the ability to build pages that are going to support your fundraising campaigns. We say the word campaign, that can be a lot of different things. That can be an everyday donation page. That can be an event. That can be something more specialized. End of the year, capital campaign, all the types of campaigns that I mentioned before. And we have three types of pages that you can build. A donation page to take a donation, an event page, which is there to take registration. You also can sell membership. You can sell products through those pages. And then a page that we call our landing page. And that's what the new builder applies to. So let me just kind of briefly walk you through just our new templates here. And let's kind of start by taking a look at the donation pages. So again, this is a page that you can build in For a Good Cause that is there to take a donation. And I don't know if any of our For a Good Cause clients had actually kind of gone and looked at their donation pages, recently in the last day or two, but you might have noticed some minor changes. And our goal with any of this update, our goal is really just to help you get more donations, more registrations, more interactions between you and your donor. So we're constantly trying to make our pages easier to use, and that we've worked for a really long time on this particular update. It's a pretty big update from us, and that's our goal, that what we're trying to do here. So on the donation pages, they're very similar to what you're used to with us. You may notice that there's some rounded edges. The pages are actually a little bit wider. We've actually got some new image sizes that we've noted in the back end for you if you want to kind of take advantage of that. Doing lots of little things behind the scenes to make images crisp and fast and load well and all that. You'll notice our banner image has been moved over. It's now sort of in this main content area. That's to kind of bring that form up a little bit, get the donor into giving a little quicker. You'll notice that we've got a new typeface just for better readability, better contrast against the background there, just easier to read. Your primary color is going to hit that button there. Background color or secondary color is going to kind of be the wrapper around that. We've done a little bit of streamlining on the form here. Just kind of tidying, kind of moving things together in bigger sections like your gift, your information, and payment. But most everything is like you're used to. All the configuration options that you've had before are all here as well. We've got a new standard footer that works across all the pages to have all your basic information. Contacts as well are down there as well. The pages are still mobile friendly. Again, all the configurations options are there as you're used to. Just doing little changes to make it even easier for folks to give. Same thing with our event pages, again, which are used for primarily registration of some type. Here's an event that one of our clients are having. So you're basically selling things on these pages, whether it's registration, tickets, sponsorships, membership, fundraising products, whatever it is. Again, you've got the rounded edges, you've got um, better typeface, just a very clean, user-friendly pages that we've rolled out for you. But something, again, that your donors are used to seeing and you guys are used to seeing, but with those minor tweaks to take them to another level. So the other pages that we've always had, or had for probably 15 years from now, are what we call landing pages. And here's an example of what would now be what we would call our legacy landing pages. Those are still working for you in your accounts, and we've kind of applied the same rounded edges and new typefaces and little wider screens and things of that nature to these pages for you. So they'll still work whether you're building a new type of landing page that I'm about to show you, and for a good cause. Any campaign that has a legacy landing page will still work for you. One of the kind of feedback things that we got a lot about this page, which these pages were primarily used for crowdfunding. You have the peer-to-peer fundraising option. This is a high school marching band that's doing peer-to-peer fundraising to raise money for new uniforms. It's actually where my kids go. And one of the feedback that we got is you wanted more design options, you wanted more storytelling options on this page, because you're limited really to a single video or image there, one kind of content block. And then you had some limitations in terms of, you couldn't edit the buttons, and certain types of campaigns worked well on these pages, some other ones didn't. So I'm going to show you brand new type of landing pages that you can build with increased storytelling options and more content sections and all kinds of stuff. So that's what we're going to do next here. And this is a fun campaign. My kids are actually fundraising in this campaign for the marching band here. So let's use this. And why don't we build a page, kind of a mock-up page of what this campaign could look like under our new landing pages template with the new builder. So this campaign's raising money for the marching band for new uniforms. It's got some peer-to-peer teams and some individual fundraisers here. And they're doing pretty good. They just kind of started the campaign. So let's see what this would look like in the new builder. So I'm going to go into my demo account here, and I've got just a little dummy campaign made. I've already enabled a landing page on this campaign, and I have already enabled the new builder. If you go into your current, let's see if I find an older dummy campaign here. One of the things with these new landing pages is what we've done here in the back end is we've made them completely optional for you. So you can turn them on and you can turn them off. So if I turn them on, and if I happen to be in an older campaign, not something built after this past Monday, then you'll see I have an option to update to the new layout, update to the new landing page builder. Otherwise, I would just be filling in the options that I had before. So I've already done that, or this is actually a brand new campaign, so I didn't have to do that, but we're already ready here in the this campaign to jump to the landing page builder. And I'm going to do that by this button here. This drops me into kind of live editing mode of my brand new landing page. And a landing page consists of various content sections. The first thing that you see up top We will automatically place the campaign logo from the campaign. That's automatically going to go at the top. That's always configured here under campaign info. So this particular logo here will always go there. Let's go back into the builder. The first section below that, we call that our hero section. And it's called the hero section really because it's saving the day. It is, it's the first thing that your users are going to see. And it's typically where you are, naming your campaign, offering that first big call to action. It's the first thing you see, the first thing they see, and the first thing you're telling them what you want them to do. You're telling them what this campaign is all about. So the first thing that we would do in building a page is edit our hero. And we would have 3 different layouts that we can choose from in our hero. There's one called basic, one featured video, and one featured image. Basic is kind of for basic campaigns with limited branding. So you're basically configuring a headline, maybe some other things like a thermometer there. Featured video is when you want to move a video straight up to the top of the page. When video is your best storytelling option, or maybe it's for a virtual event and you want to have that available at the top of the screen. Featured image, a lot of our clients have events where they've got a very specific logo for that event. That might be a nice foreground image that you want to place at the top. For this particular campaign, we'll choose basic, and I've got the old pages pulled up here. I'm going to basically just kind of copy over content as we go for the things that I want to do. So I'm going to place a headline here. I'll skip subheadline. I do want a thermometer because I want to track giving on this campaign. This is a brand new feature here because we've had thermometers, but you've never been able to turn them off. If you want to, and now you can. And what we'll do is we want to, instead of a background color, I'm going to choose a background image. And since we're raising money for new uniforms, why don't I actually show the uniforms there? And so you see, you can select a background color, and that pulls in your 2 primary colors plus white plus black plus sort of an off-white there. And you can set that, or on the basic, you can set a background image. And below that, you can set up buttons because calls to actions are important, and you want those all the way down the page. So we want people to donate. We also want people to fundraise for us because there's a peer-to-peer aspect there. And you can link into any kind of for a good cause page that's enabled or any function that's enabled inside the campaign. So in this case, I could link to a donation page. I could link to the fundraising function, the sign up to become a fundraiser. If you have an event page on the campaign, you could link to that as well. Make sure that I got my buttons, a color that's going to work. I think I'm going to choose something dark there. And I'm going to click update. And I see there's a question in here. Sarah asked, where did I get to pull up that little modal? I'm just clicking on the section, the name of the section, and that pulls up that modal there to edit that. And you see, boom, that created our first section of our landing page and what people will see first. You always can click view to go out, kind of see your progress there. You'll click done, kind of brings you back here into the main campaign builder where you can continue forward and make other edits to your campaigns like you always do. You can always click to come right back, saves your changes as you go. So we want to make sure that we're getting all the things that we need on our landing page, a value proposition and other things of that nature. So let's add another section. So under your hero, you can add up to 6 different content sections. And these sections can either be single column, 2 column, or video sections. I think for this next thing, we'll do a video. And let's grab a headline. Yeah, let's use that. No, let's use, let's make one up here. Let's say, hear from our students. I am going to embed a YouTube video. Oh, let's try this here. We'll add the subheadline here. Our students. And I'm going to embed a YouTube video. And all I have to do for that is just grab the URL from YouTube. I could get it from the browser. I could also get it from the little share copy thing there. And just paste it in. I'll put an orange background around that. And again, I want my call to action button, and I want people to donate. And again, you're labeling these buttons anything you want, which is, weren't able to do that before. I'll call it give now. And let's make that black. And I'll click update. And we've added that section underneath. You always can click the little arrow here, which will bring you to a section that you might be working on if you want to kind of see that. And you always can click again the name of the section to edit the modal there. You've also got the ability to delete a section if you need to. That's there on the editor as well. So we're proceeding pretty well here so far. How am I doing in the chat window here? Tell me, is it easy so far? Hopefully it is. One of the things that we want to kind of stress is you don't need to know code. You don't need to be a designer, but you're going to be able to build something that looks like you are. I see we got a question from Sarah. Can you edit the height of each section? The height's really determined by the content. So in this case, the height of the video, the height of the text, or the height of the images that we're putting in, that kind of thing. So let's keep going. So next, let's add a 2-column section to show you that. And, we talked about let's put in some of that why we should give language. They've got some of that here on the old page. And we will, let's make this their secondary color, a darker background. And let's bring in, an image to give us a little emotional connection there. How about, let's bring in, how about the flute player there? And you can align this image in a 2-column, either left or right. Let's put this on the right. And again, do we need the calls to action? Hey, if I'm scrolling down and I really like what I just read, do we want you to give? Absolutely. So let's add a little support us button. And we're going to make that on a dark background. So we'll make the button light as a contrast. And we'll click update. Let's see if I did that correctly. Oh, no, I did something. Let me come back in there and try that one more time. Let's pull that in again. Got it in there that time. So you can see, the height can expand to the image. It kind of depends on what you're putting in there. It's very templated driven, but and again, if we go and view this main page there, all these buttons are leading directly into the donation page that I already had on the campaign, and then you can always click to come back to the landing page there. So let's keep going. Let's add another 2-column section here. And this particular campaign, they've set up levels to recognize donors, and you get benefits for that. So that would be something that we would want to highlight on the giving page. You may notice also one of the things that happens. You notice we've got some text on light background, some text on dark background. Well, did we have to set, different color fonts and all this other kind of sophisticated coding and design stuff? No, we do not, because we have a little system in place that it knows exactly whether to put a light text on or on a dark background, or white on black or black on white. So easy. Nothing that you have to configure there. All right, so let's make this white background section. And since we are recognizing donors, we'll get the color guard to cheer us on there. We'll move this image this time over to the left. And we might say sponsor us here for this, as we're going to be talking about the bigger levels. Again, links into the donation page. We're going to be on a light background, so let's choose a dark color there. That worked pretty well. Kind of see, we're just building the sections that tell the story of the campaign. Let's add one. Why don't we do a single column now? One of the things on the campaign is, since this is a peer-to-peer campaign, they've got competition. So why don't we highlight that competition? We can easily put that into a single column. It might be support your favorite marching band section. We've got the sections there outlined. And you'll notice, we can format our text into bulleted lists and bold and italics and all that kind of good stuff, all the typical things that you want to be able to do there. We'll make this I think I have this one as an orange section. Add a call to action. And you can add up to, I think, three calls to action in various sections. You could also put an image on a single column. I'll show you an example of that as well. And again, if you do single column, it's just going to line it up directly in the middle there. You see, I made my button the same color as my background. So let's go back and fix that. Let's make that something darker so I can see that better. That's much better. And then finally, the last kind of big thing on this campaign is, since it is peer-to-peer, we want to encourage people to create their own peer-to-peer pages. So I'm going to add another section. We'll make this 2-column. And this will be, let's call that join a team. This will be our headline. And, we're just going to encourage people to build their page. Again, this is all kind of mock content, pulling things from kind of a smaller page. You certainly can elaborate on a lot of this, add more video, go into so many other things here. We'll put this on a black background. And let's add that horn player there. And we'll put this on the right. And our call to action for this, we're specifically, let's ask them to become a fundraiser. And we'll link that into the fundraiser function there. Paste that in again. One of the things we'll be looking from everybody over the next week or so, just make sure if you have any issues like I am having right now, report that to us. There we go. There we go. I had to reinitialize that for myself, and that links into that function there. So it's fairly easy. You're basically just kind of following the prompts of what's available. You've got 3 different types of content sections that you can add, up to 6 sections underneath. You've got the hero, which has the 3 different types of layouts, and you can build a very professional page that matches, the message of your campaign. Just so many more storytelling options here. It's really left to your imagination. And what you wanted to do there. There's another question here from Valerie. Can you make two text columns where you list the sections of the band? A two column is text on one side, video on the other. What I would probably do, you certainly can put sections back to back. So you might do single column, then another single column, or pull it in two bulleted lists, underneath each other there. Um, there will be some limitations, but you can build something pretty extensive with this builder. So let's actually take a look at this kind of built out. I want to show you one I did earlier that I put some donations on. I'm going to show you the thermometer. The thermometer is going to fill with whatever the secondary color is on your campaign. So for this high school, it's this darker kind of brownish gray there. And I want to scroll down to the campaign activity and all that's down at the bottom here, because I want to show you this is all, we've had this as part of landing pages before that involve peer-to-peer, but on the main landing page, this is how that's going to be brought into this. So you're going to see a section that's output automatically. It's going to be called our top supporters, and you'll be able to see the top 4 fundraisers, individual fundraisers. If you're doing team-based fundraising, you'll be able to see the top 4 teams. You always can click to see all, and that will show you all of your fundraising pages. You always can click, straight to them. That will get you into being able to donate to that particular page or building a fundraising page that connects to that underneath that. On this little all supporters page, you can filter to look for individuals, look for teams. You can show by most raised, newest, oldest, become a fundraiser yourself. You can search and find fundraisers that you're looking for. So this just helps us just be more expansive. If you've got a really big peer-to-peer campaign going on, you've got a lot of fundraisers, it'll be very easy to find everybody. And under this, your top supporters, you're going to see your campaign activity. And this is basically just going to appear as a scroll. So you're going to see your donations, you're going to see comments of support that are made as people give. You can click to see all in the little window here to see all the donations or see the comments. So these are all little pieces of functionality that we've had for a while, but kind of formatting it a little differently and bringing it in under your content here on your brand new landing page. Simple, easy, straightforward. These pages, of course, are mobile friendly. So no matter how small or large the device is, it will be user friendly. Everything just lines up. It's all available for you there. We get about 55% of traffic to our site on mobile. So this is just made to automatically work on mobile. And it's one of the reasons that really all of our pages are landing pages in some manner, because we want to ensure that they work on mobile for you. We want to handle all the security on our end for you. And we want to remove all the distractions from your donors so that we can get them focused on giving and registering for your events. So there we go. We built a landing page. We had our content. We built it in just a few minutes there. Let's look at a couple other examples here. I mentioned that in the hero, you can have the layout as what's called a featured image. And I think most of the time that's going to be used for events by our clients where you might have, a brand logo, like this one, Hamburger Gala from our client, Ronald McDonald House Charities in Baltimore. So that might be a hero section. You can put foreground images on top of background images. You can put them on top of background colors. So, you might do something where this is This is actually sitting on white, but that's what I had. But you might have it be transparent and have it sit on a colored background, um, in the hero there. But that's how that section can look. And then I just built some other sections, maybe ticket and sponsorships opportunities for this gala, the ability to, kind of lean, click into, buying your tickets there. I love video to kind of tell the story of why. So I found this great video of a writer kind of leading you on a tour of the Ronald McDonald House Charities there. So again, we're looking for that, what's our value proposition? Why should you come to this event? Video is a good way to tell that story. I've got a couple of calls to action here because, if you can't come to the event, we also want you to donate. It was one of the things with our old, landing pages that if you really designated it as an event, donation became kind of subservient to that, but you can kind of bring it to the forefront. Make a whole section just on, hey, if you can't come, please donate. And here's why. One of the big things that we got asked a lot is, how am I going to showcase sponsors? Well, on the old pages, he really only had that one image there that you could do, but you can create, one or multiple content sections to highlight sponsors. Now, this event's doing really well. I mean, they got the top, Fortune 500 companies here that's all going to sponsor this event. You'll notice that I've got one thing linked out. That's Walmart here. Add links to these pages. You've got these buttons here, but if you need to add links, you can do that as well. You need to send people to something. Again, you got your campaign activity. This one has a registration component and event page. So we also get an output registration in addition to any donations on the platform, on the campaign, and comments as well. And again, standard footer that's going to appear across all the pages. Again, hopefully you've got your imagination going here. You're starting to think about how you could use this. Another example, this one is inspired by a virtual event that our client Southwest Christian Care had in 2020. This one, they had an inspirational speaker come out. Basically like a virtual gala is what this was. And so this is an example of a hero section that has the video embed, so the video layout. So it basically brings that video up to the top of the screen. First thing you see there, along with a headline and a sub headline. I'm using the date there as in the sub headline there. This certainly could be something that could be used for a virtual event. You just drive them into the page. They're going to watch the event here. And right below that, they've got the ability to donate. And they can see the thermometer and how much you're raising during that event. This event also had a registration component. So I've linked to that also as a call to action here in the hero section. And then I'm using the rest of the landing page to really hopefully entice you to come. So I'm sharing who's going to be speaking at the event. Kyle's going to be there. This is his bio. Once you read that, I want you to really think about registering. So I've got a button there for that. I've got a video embed that's going to give you a background on Kyle's journey, how inspirational he is, and that you can hear Kyle at the event. So that brings you into the registration. In this case, they had a free registration for that. You need that why you should give. So I've built a section on that, what your donation is going to support. This is the type of stuff you can really expand a lot on this to where, you've got video testimonials of your work. You've got donors saying why they give. You've got people that you're helping saying how they've been helped. It's a lot of different directions that you can go with that. But you want to make sure that that content is there for you. Here's a single column, with an image. I mentioned that you could do that. So this is kind of I'm just showing my big sponsor there and smaller people under that in a single column. Again, got up to 6 sections that you can put there. And again, campaign activity, this has donations, registrations, and comments are available. I see we've got a question from Annette. In the campaign activity where you see the individual donor raised amounts, are you able to pull contact information to be able to enter into donor software systems? Absolutely, of course. That's all available in our back end. We are a complete fundraising platform with complete reporting on all your donations, registrations. We have a little simple CRM that's available in here, so you can track all your contacts and all of that. All that's available in For Good Cause. So everything that, when you build a page, where was I? When you build a page and you drive them into giving, for example, well, I actually linked that to the other page. Where's my give? Here we go. When you link them into give or register or something like that, all this information that you capture, all about their donation, how much they gave and when they gave and all that, and they click to donate, that's all going to be captured for you. It's going to send out an automated email receipt alerts to staff. So very robust system there. The landing pages are an enhancement to what we've had for many, many years now here at For Good Cause. Again, we've been helping nonprofits for 23 years now. All right, so hopefully I've shown you that you can do a lot with this, and the pages are really easy to build. Let me go back into my presentation here. We showed the other examples. Before we get into any kind of last minute Q&A, I wanted to say thank you for being here today. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for sticking around at this point. Thanks for being here live. And we have a special offer for those attending live today. If you are live today, which the system will be able to show me that, I'm going to give you 5% off your next For Good Cause invoice. So if you're a current client attending today and you're live, I'll just apply that to your next invoice. No additional action is needed from you. If you're not a client of For Good Cause but decide to become one, you'll get 5% off your first invoice with us. Again, if you're interested in a demo, or just reach out to us at forgoodcause.com. Very simple there. Let's look at Q&A. Let me go back into the chat, see if anything that I've missed here. Let me scroll back up here. And feel free to post anything that you just thought of as we go through this. All right, so I'm kind of hitting most of the questions here. Let me scroll back down. Bear with me just a moment here. Do you miss where your kiddos playing band? I got one still in band and one in orchestra. If you see Jennifer in the chat room, that's my wife. She's dialing in from her school today. Many of you are familiar with Jennifer on the webinars with me. All right, are you able to toggle campaign activity off so it doesn't show the way the thermometer is now toggleable? No, not currently. The campaign activity will always be there. I will take that as feedback for the next kind of big update for our big landing pages. One of the things here, I mean, we want you to jump in. We want you to use it. We want you to send us your feedback. We want you to let us know any bugs or anything that we've missed, and in the testing that we've done. So please let us know. Let's see. I'll go down here. Okay, if an event is set up without a landing page and I create a landing page, will the link be different? So you have options there. So let me go back into the system here. Yeah, so let's say you have a campaign. So I built this campaign. Maybe I decide I didn't need a landing page. I can always disable that. You'll see right above that we now only have the link to the donation page. If I turn that back on, then I've got two links there. You can decide where you want to send your donors. Most of the time, you're going to send them to the landing page that brings them through the main content of, of what you're trying to promote. It's got the thermometer if you want it. All of that is there. But you can send them direct to the donation page. Campaigns don't always need this new landing page that we're offering here. You want to push a donor straight into a donation page or straight into the event page for registration? Fine, that's great. You're pushing the donor right into the form. You're getting them straight into giving. That's great. That probably works when you're doing a campaign, that's not, maybe you're not fundraising toward a goal. Maybe you feel like you've done enough promotion in your fundraising emails, in your direct mail piece. Maybe you don't need the landing page at that point. You're bringing the landing page in and linking to that when, maybe it's hard to build a page like this on your own site because you don't have a webmaster, you don't have IT staff to call, and you want to give all the details for this event. You want to really focus a message around a story of one, somebody that you help, and you're going to say, help others like John. When you need more storytelling, then you want to push them to the landing page. So you have the option of where you link people. It's really up to you. If you've built a landing page, probably that's where you're gonna send them to. Okay. Any other last minute questions here? Okay. One little wrap up from me here. So I really appreciate you being here. I know how busy you guys are, so to spend a little time with me, that's wonderful. I really appreciate it. If there's any question that I missed, I will follow up on it. If you're watching this and you're not live, you're watching this on demand later, please reach out to me here with any questions that you might have, or if you want to request a demo for a good cause for you. If you missed anything, I will be sending out a replay of this webinar. I'll probably send that out before. I'll probably send it out on Fridays, probably when I'll send it out. Once I close the webinar, you'll be redirected to a survey. Please let me know how I did today. I hope you found this very useful. Again, thanks again for attending, and we'll see you next month at our next webinar. And thanks for what you're doing in your community. And if you're a For Good Cause client, thanks for your business and allowing us to participate in your mission. So thanks, guys.